Jazz from Aunt Hilda.
Birthday, Jazz from Steve, and many more.
So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jazz from Steve.
Jazz, this is your sister Madonna, and I would like to wish you many, many more.
Happy birthday, Jazz, and a happy birthday. Wish Jazz a happy birthday.
It's wet bowling. Lucas, come on. Gotta sing happy birthday, then he's gonna...
You want me to keep
Alexis, why don't you move in the back of Chelsea so I can see you? Drew, you move more to that one. Let's see. Stand right here.
Lucas, come on, boo.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Orton.
Okay.
Don't break the chair.
Okay, Jazz, want to blow the candles? Hey.
Get up. Grab the seat out of school.
You can take your
Sit down.
Get up, Jazz.
It's not a big, you're not supposed to sit down. The chair collapses.
Okay, everybody, happy birthday. Let's sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jazz. Happy birthday to you.
Look up, Jazz. Look at the bird on top. Look at the bird on the light. Look at those birds flying on the light up there. Look at the blue jay on the light. Oh, look at the blue jay on the light. You see it? You see the little robin? The little blue jay? Huh? On the light, you see it?
Daddy can climb the table.
You see it, Jazz?
Have no problems flashing the other tongue on.
Mother. Take that down.
My light's on, but it don't want to flash.
You need a flash. Yeah, maybe you have enough light. It just flashed.
Mom, take it off.
Kim, em anh nói in the back of you.
Hey, Joe, you ready to go inside the little camp?
Who wants lemon? Want lemon or banana, Jack? You want lemon or banana? Not the meal. We gotta wait till we get to the meal. That's what you want?
Mama's gonna get each other's germs and one's gonna get sick and then the other one and it never worked after this. I said, they're still alive and they're not going to work out.
Yeah, I need to find my own.
As long as you don't take a picture of y'all, you're
What else you? Why?
Okay, who else wants to name it? Who wants to name it?
Me!
None of these people know. She told me 3. I don't see why they make 3 layers. So they made here 3 layers. We know you can.
I don't want any. I don't want any.
I hope it matches your eyes. Happy birthday, Jazz, from Lucas.
From who?
Lucas. Where he's at? That one, right here.
Take the over to the...
Now, Jolene. Donut. That's house in front of
On the street.
Come on.
Who doesn't live down there? You have to take off.
Someone fucking sold something.
Oh, save Granny a raven.
Colin. It's her boyfriend.
Here, Mama, save Granny a raven.
Steve.
Get out.
Here, put the bowls in here.
It's a shame it rained.
That's good, though.
You had so much fun at these days, huh?
Wait there.
Got some grenades.
Yes! Huh?
This is from Lucas.
We're going flow in there. You can catch them.
Hey, and it really clicks.
Now you gotta get in the jazz.
Now he's gonna go shoot with Donnie. Watch it, he might not have it too long. I have 2 army people here. I'm sorry, Marines here. Madonna, Chelsea. Yeah, we make all the papers.
There's like plastic time. Mama's gonna put it. The bowls in there.
Where's that from, Madonna?
This is from Alexa's barrio. Nanny, it's a bag that goes to the store. Like the store. Mama! Station price. This is from Alexa's barrios.
Ooh, that's so fun.
See it, Jazz? You gotta see it.
Madonna. She lives.
Chelsea.
Happy birthday from Jazz, from Aaron Dupran.
Watch your proposed camera.
Doesn't see it.
Come see, you want to sit right there, Rusty?
I don't want it.
There, come sit next to Chelsea.
Oh, boy.
Put on the table.
Make it.
Oh, look how
Good shirt.
You get a...
Just
The bathing suit.
You gave him that, Aaron?
The bathing suit. Chelsea.
When the weather's good.
That's for me, sis.
Then you can complete with Aaron. When you complete with John.
Mama, where's the
Boy, I'm giving that much credit.
2 jars from us?
Yeah.
Put that in that plastic bag. Right, and we're saving you the bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they want all kinds of stuff and you got one. Undo it, Madonna, and tape it.
You don't want it.
Not inside. You don't play with them
A
inside.
little fire truck.
Watch me.
Pajamas.
Hold it, I'm gonna. No.
From Rusty. From Rusty. This is from Becky. I'm telling you.
Oh, look at the pretty wrapping paper.
That was his East outfit. I forgot it was his birthday, so.
It's a little shark stand. Really? Who's that, Josh? Go away. Who's that? From From Mom and Dad.
I changed my mind.
Mama knows you can't open the tape. She's gonna tape.
Complain, complain, complain.
Just let it go.
Hello, boy.
Yeah, Madonna, you had your birthday already. Why you let us do this prayers?
Oh, it's wrong with the
From Mom and Dad.
Look how cute.
They call Ron. This is from Drew and Jill. From Drew, Jill, Heather, Roxanne, and Lee, and Chris.
You didn't read that right well.
Where's your brother?
Chris and me and you, we're not on that list. Madonna, untape it to the. I did a good job with it.
Okay, you gotta read up on it. What me mean? Pass around there. Pass it around.
Some bubble bags, some bubble set, and a shark fit. From the Boudreaux gang. That's from Paul.
I left the guidance in Walmart. Just like a small.
Yeah, I almost bought a shirt like this and it had.
And that's from your parade.
Here comes Tara. Gosh, you gave them everything.
I didn't know. A baseball and a baseball glove from his prime, Ron, Michelle, and Paul.
Look at that, John.
Now you can play baseball with me.
Looking at that.
Her mama, daddy, Chelsea, Josh.
Oh, no, he plays guitar instead of the air guitar.
Oh, turn it around.
Don't put it on the house.
It lives. The other day when Bruce Springsteen's video came on, and he said, he put a mom and dad. He stands up there, he's doing it.
Wow,
And he's touring it.
yeah.
Let it pass, Jill. Jill, let it pass.
There you go, watch this. Yeah, we're on you, Madonna.
I don't think now that we don't have the room.
Look at that.
It's only now that you said Mr. Kim, you asked Mr. Kim about you. Oh, that's a shame.
You can't open it. Happy third birthday, Josh. From Mom, Daddy, and Todd. I know what it is. The funny speech. $50 savings bond.
Hey, girl.
Who's that from?
From Bob and Paul's and my dad.
No.
Well, see it? Look, you're getting money. You wouldn't always want some money. Mama, you don't want to open his money. No, don't.
I'm not gonna get off.
And if we the girls all together.
Don't open it. Pull it out, Kelly. Go ahead, Jim.
What are you girl? What a girl? It's a bull.
Not banging, nigga. Hey, I'll open it. Whoever got a name inside wins. Valerie Michelle got it. Hello, Michelle. I got a report. The other six got a report. See, set you up. You want her.
Forward.
June.
800. 600.
That's what you gotta do? I thought it was gonna say. Oh, no.
What about you?
Not even start the pack.
She's little. She automatically. We're done at 2.
No, that's a toy.
Alexis. Teresa.
This was all supposed to be for Okay, now we got the little boy.
All right, dude.
Is it good?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it any kind of milk there?
That's 5. Okay, you're full.
Don't open them yet.
You open this. Okay, Drew and Paul and Luke.
What is that? No.
It's right there. There's only one egg left.
Get it like this.
Don't open it. Whoever's got it. Drew and Lucas.
Why they get the big?
Hey.
It's almost like a gun.
Lucas. It's supposed to be in the park. The weather was supposed to be good so you can go fly and fly.
The gun, the way let's do it.
No, girl.
Not a gun or nothing.
North to east, you have all the whole day. I'm gonna take it back.
I got that. I'll take mine, grab
You gotta make sure to do it right along the seam, so don't let the gun fall. He's making a weapon. You'll look good.
One day.
Document it. Shoot, making a bomb.
Okay, Jody.
I want to see the colors. I want to see the colors. Oh, you're not purple.
I started keeping them on. I decided with the rain, I said, I'm not going to bring my just brought my wallet, and I should have brought it.
You don't want to open them yet.
Here we go.
All right, dude.
That cake, the judge's not here.
Yeah, wait, we got the explosive Charlie.
Press that.
All fun for the guitar.
Maggie. Maggie lost. She's not here. I got him. I got him.
All right, Sam, you always win. You make me
No, it's to cut it off first.
It's on.
And then you just turn it off.
Mama wants me to pick it up. One.
Mama.
Yeah, I'm about to go.
Jazz.
You're gonna wait for Wait, okay, you wanna go bring it up there right past it? We'll go past it. Hey, girl, have a little.
Oh no, she's getting hot. Oh no.
They just shot some good.
Throw me one
They
back.
had one at a time and they had two of them. Madonna, watch, you got a kid right there next to her.
Hey, arms, watch it. Just the right kind.
My story's at what, 7 tonight? What is it, about?
Well, we're gonna dress up like camel top one and you know,
You can just give it to me.
Stop begging. I got it.
You put this in there.
You're gonna do something.
So what if I'm
good that the students have this practice beforehand, because they can't get out of taking speech when they go to college. They have got to have speech 1. So these students are bound to have an advantage, right?
Oh, definitely. And you know, it's very easy to see improvement. So many of them come to us and they're afraid to look at their peers and to talk in front of their peers. You know, it's very easy to talk in front of a group of strangers, but it's much more difficult to talk in front of your own peers because they're much more critical of you.
More critical, that's right. And it's so much more important that your peers approve of you rather than total strangers.
Right. Wouldn't you rather talk in front of a group of strangers than your best friends? I would.
What does speech 1 involve?
Actually, many people think that speech 1 involves you go into a room and make a speech, and that's definitely what it doesn't involve. The first 9 weeks is devoted basically into making a student feel comfortable in front of an audience. It works on eye contact, works on making that student feel relaxed, feeling confident. The second 9 weeks is designed to build up expression, and that's why we do traveling theater, which we're going to show you today, where the students design a set and they go to the lower elementary and they perform in front of a real live audience.
Well, good. Let's, we could probably talk about this for the rest
we
of the show.
should.
But let's do what we really intended to do. Suppose we see some of these students perform.
Fine. One of the first things we do in speech is we don't want to say, get in front of a class and perform. So we make the students design a character collage that kind of describes their personality, their likes and their dislikes. And they sit in a group and they explain to the class what they are or who they are using these collages. And Giselle has come up with a palette, an artist
prepared for her.
Be careful, Little Riding Hood, and don't talk to strangers. Okay, Mom, I promise. Bye, bye.
But little did she know that she was about to meet up with...
Hey, little girl, where are you going?
To Granny's house.
And what's in the basket?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Step aside and let me be on my way.
I'll get back at her. I know a shortcut to Granny's house. Hey.
So the wolf took a shortcut to Granny's house and got there long before Little Red Riding Hood.
Who is it?
It's Little Red Riding Hood.
Come in.
So the wolf chased Granny out of her house and got dressed in some of Granny's clothing. Then he climbed into bed and covered himself up to the neck with the cover on Granny's bed. A couple of minutes later, Little Red Riding Hood arrived and knocked on the door.
Come in. Oh, hi. Come closer, dear. I can't see you.
My Granny, you look awful. What big eyes you have.
The better to see you with, my dear.
And my Granny, what big ears you have.
The better to hear you with.
And what big teeth you have, Granny.
The better to eat you with.
What's going on in here? Leave her alone. Are you okay? Oh, yes, thank you. Where's my Granny? Here I am. When the wolf came into my house, I called the woodcutter to come chase him away. Look, Granny, I brought you some goodies. Thank you, sweetheart.
So they all sat down and ate the goodies that Little Red Riding Hood had brought. The wolf was never seen or heard from again, and they all lived happily ever after.
That was really good.
Thank you. They enjoy doing it.
Enjoyed it. Listen, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, and we'll be able to see some performances by some of the other students.
Great.
All right? We'll be right back after this break.
KLEB News has the world covered.
AP Network News. I'm Sandy Cosell. The school cafeteria wall that blew in during a wind...
Last weekend's freeze, the most severe in Louisiana this century, is not only being blamed for wiping out the city.
The Terrebonne Parish teacher strike is now over.
World, national, state, and local news at the top of every hour, with expanded coverage at 8, noon, and 5. Weekdays on KLEB, Cajun 1600 AM.
Some people say the press goes too far sometimes.
sorry, I don't think it's appropriate to comment at this time.
Had they stopped here, you may never have known about Watergate. Or here. You may never have known if an issue concerned you.
The committee approved all.
Now you say the committee was involved, sir?
No.
To protect your right to be informed,
I have nothing more to say.
how far should the press go? To learn more about the free press, contact the First Amendment Center.
Mr. Wade, it has been a treat so far, but we want to hear from the other students. Now, you have two people right here. Suppose you kind of tell us what they're going to do.
Well, two of the other things that we do in the very first 9 weeks to make students relax and forget about themselves and really feel like they can talk in front of a group is, first of all, introduce themselves with a group of objects that represent themselves. And Nicole Fan is going to demonstrate that to us in just a minute. And you know, it also, we've chosen Nicole because English is a second language for Nicole, and she's done such a beautiful job of not only learning to speak beautiful English, but she's learned to speak in front of a group such as ours. And Nicole would like to give us her interpretation of herself. Nicole?
Ready, Nicole? Okay.
I cannot believe that I'm doing this again after so many years have gone by. You see, when I was small, I used to drag all my toys into the living room and explain why I like this toy better than the other. But then, I usually didn't have any audience. But today is a little special. I have plenty of audience, and my topic is not on what toys I like, but on things that represented me. Ciao, my name is Nicole Fan, and this is my junk basket. Most people consider my things as junk, but to me, I think they're all precious things. As you all know, English is my second language. I am from another country, Vietnam. Even though I know very little about it, but I hope someday I could return to it. I have been taking piano lessons for quite a while now. I am someone who loves music, music of all kinds, especially classical music. My diary. My diary is my special friend. It is where I bury all my thoughts and feelings. It is also a place where I keep all my disappointment and frustration, hopes and dreams. It's January the 9th, 1990. Dear Diary, this is a new chapter of my life, a new beginning and a brand new life ahead of me. Because this is the starting of a new brand year. It is not that I want to change into a whole different me, but a me with a wide look and understanding of the things that surround me and the world happenings. A new me with a little more knowledge and better interest to the things that are happening in my daily life. Love, Nicole. I am a person who loves to read. Books of all kinds. I think they are a passage to another world. A world that somehow seems totally different from the world that I am living in. To read a book without bookmarkers are not my style. They help me keep up to date on what page I am on. And last is my sketching pad. It always had interested me. During my spare time, I usually get out this and draw. Even though this is not a great art, but I think this is my masterpiece. And now, my basket is empty. And my game has come to an end. But before I repack my things, I would like to say that even though I am different from everyone, not because I am from a different country or culture, but because I am me. Thanks.
Thank you, Nicole. That was great.
And Bree Thomasy wants to show us how to do a no-name introduction. You know, it's very easy to introduce ourselves when we give someone our name, where we live, how many brothers and sisters we have, statistics. But one of the things we do is we have to do a no-name introduction, no statistics introduction, where we take 20 words and we put them on a card and we spend time introducing ourselves. So what we're actually doing is telling about the inside me, the real me. Bree?
Ready, Bree? This is an introduction about a person, myself. Some of you may know, but most of you do not. I have special characteristics just as all of you. My ambitions in life are to possibly become a dermatologist or a lawyer. I'd like to attend Yale or Harvard. I don't consider myself a normal teenager. I don't enjoy eating junk food such as greasy pizza or talking on the phone. I only like talking on the phone to a chosen few. I worry about my family and my friends. Some people think I'm nosy because I do worry.
Cable has also introduced the Shining Stars program, which highlights the most improved student in each class for 9 weeks.
We have also received special coverage on television of our annual Veterans Day program and the football game against El Seal, our arch rival. All Guatemala junior highs planned events will be placed on the community calendar, and also Color Cable has plans for all 4.0 students, top computer students, the special education class, and the speech class to tour the building.
Financially, the station has really chipped in to help our school this year.
Color Cable Vision is help financing our new tutoring program along with our annual awards ceremony.
All right, people, we thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Until next week, this is Velma Colley Rogers with Profiles, brought to you Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12:30 noon, 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching.